If you're just using Grok as a normal chatbot, you're missing the whole reason why it's here. I've been testing Grok against ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini on the same tasks for weeks. There are certain things Grok can do that the others literally can't. So I'm going to show you everything from the basics to the advanced features. And by the end, you'll know Grok better than 99% of people using it right now to show you how this all works. I'm going to make a totally new piece of content using only Grok. And the first thing I need is a topic. I'll type out which AI topics are getting weird buzz on X right now, and this is where Grok does something no other major AI tool can do. Grok directly accesses public posts on X, so it's pulling from millions of real conversations happening right now. ChatGPT and Claude would look up the web and deliver articles from yesterday or last week. But Grok shows me what people are actually saying in this current moment. Checking the results, there's growing pushback against overhyped AI agents. People are getting more annoyed with tools sold as fully autonomous that still need constant supervision, prompt tweaking, and error correction. Taking automation and making it just another task instead of something that saves time. And now I've got something with real tension behind it. But before I start writing, I need to get the full picture, and that's exactly what DeepSearch does. DeepSearch is Grok's autonomous research mode, and it brings together web sources and live X data like nothing else can. To set it off, just add using DeepSearch to your prompt. I'll use DeepSearch to give me a comprehensive analysis of the current state of AI agents. What are the primary tools? What are they promising? What results are people actually getting? And what's the gap between the marketing and reality? Grok creates subqueries and searches the web and X at the same time. It takes 30 seconds to a few minutes, depending on complexity, but the output is genuinely researched with citations. What makes this useful is that you get both perspectives. Official sources tell you what the tools claim to do, and X posts tell you what's actually happening when people use them. This is what shows up. The key players that actually appear are Crew AI and other AI employee platforms rather than big promises of total automation or independence. What areas is the gap between demos and real usage? People actually trying to make these systems work say they face long setup times, fragile configurations, and agents that often hallucinate or fail when workflows shift from independent tasks to multi-step processes. These agents need constant oversight, quick tweaks, and hands-on fixes, turning demos that look impressive into a frustrating high-maintenance practice and experience. And now that I have the research, the next thing to do is write the script. And this is where Grok immediately sets itself apart from the competition. The first thing you'll spot is that Grok is trained to be much more direct than its competitors. While ChatGPT hedges and Claude tries to stay perfectly balanced, Grok is ready to actually take a stance, which is exactly what you need for content that cuts through the noise to make sure that attitude shows up in the writing. I'll set up some custom instructions in the dropdown on the right. I'll specifically tell it to write with confidence, skip the hedging language, take clear stances, and keep it conversational. That locked-in vibe isn't formal. I'm finally ready to write an into about AI agents being overhyped. The angle is that you just set it and leave it alone. Automation is mostly marketing hype, but reality demands constant supervision, which defeats the whole point. Grok kicks off with a bold, no-holds-barred statement that takes a clear stance. The writing has voice and sounds like someone with an opinion. To see why this matters, let's run the exact same prompt through ChatGPT and Claude side by side. ChatGPT gives me standard corporate talk. It's hedged, safe, and basically says nothing. Claude is a bit better, but it's still sitting on the fence. But Grok actually gives me a real take with some actual personality behind it. That's a sentence someone would actually want to read. It has character, it's specific, and it makes a point without apologizing for it. Why it's important? Content with personality just performs better. Generic, carefully balanced writing gets scrolled past, and you can push Grok even further. If I want something sharper, I just ask it to rewrite that last bit and be more direct. Don't hold back on the overpromising, and it'll give you content that other AI tools won't make, because they're too fixated on avoiding offense. The point isn't to be contrarian just for the sake of it. The takeaway is that if you need content with a spine, Grok actually gets the job done. I'll keep rolling. I'm typing now, so list 3 specific examples of the gap between AI agent marketing and reality. Pull from that earlier research, stay specific, and hit a nerve. Grok taps into deep search results to deliver concrete examples backed by real numbers and actual frustrations. The writing is tight and doesn't pad sentences with extra qualifiers. I have my into and key points ready, and it took a tiny fraction of the time it would take to edit chat. Turn GPT's output into something usable. I need a visual to back up this info, and Grok takes care of that as well. On the left sidebar, you'll find an option named Imagine. Hit it and you're in Grok's creative mode, where you can make images or videos. I'll pick an image from the dropdown and set it to 16:9 for the aspect ratio. The stuff here is about how AI agents are overhyped, so I need a visual that shows that tension. I'll type a robot sitting at a desk, looking overwhelmed and surrounded by floating error messages and entangled wires with dramatic lighting in a digital art style. The vibe is a little dystopian, and it immediately throws a ton of choices your way. I can just keep scrolling, and it will keep generating new images endlessly. It really makes things faster since I don't need to stop and hit generate again. I keep scrolling until I spot the one I'm looking for. This is way quicker than the usual loop of generating, not liking the result, tweaking the prompt, and generating again. And repeat, Grok also handles requests that other tools are more restricted about. If you're looking to generate an image of a public figure giving a keynote or a movie character in a new scenario, Grok will do it where other tools often won't. For video, pick video from the dropdown. I'll put a robot at a desk with error messages popping up around it. The robot putting its head in its hands looping animation Grok generates a short clip with synchronized motion, which honestly is not going to replace dedicated video tools. But for quick visual elements, it works perfectly. Now I've got a trending topic that's been found in real-time deep research, covering both marketing and reality, with written content that shows personality and visuals to back it up, all from a single tool in a single workflow. The bottom line is that Grok handles real-time research and unfiltered writing better than anything else I've tested. And if you want content that feels fresh and human, there's nothing that beats that mix. But Google also has another tool called Notebook LM that tackles AI from the opposite angle instead of pulling everything from the open up web and social media, but it only analyzes the documents you provide it. This means every response is rooted in your real sources with precise citations and no hallucination. I made a video breaking down Notebook LM and showing you exactly how to use it. And when you're ready to use it in your workflow, click the video on